When I received an email from Valve some months ago, I was naturally incredulous. I was sitting in my delivery truck at my job. I'm a blue-collar man, you see, when I received it. Congratulations! You have been selected to receive one of the initial 300 prototype Steam machines and Steam controllers built by Valve. I scoffed from my idly rumbling big gulp stained seat. Sure I have. I still receive 3 notifications a day that all I need to do to claim my birth as royalty over some island nation is transfer my credit card number over. But the more I read it, and the details, I realized it was true. I was one of the 300. I was getting a Steam machine. A godlike power engine of a PC powered by a fusion cell of Angel's Tears and Smashed Atoms. A beast machine. Running SteamOS, a platform never before tested. Using an all-new prototype controller, which looked incredibly innovative and unique. This was the supreme moment of my life. This was what the grandkids I would never have because I like posting on Federation Starship Engineer Blueprint enthusiast forums more than talking to women would hear about someday. I couldn't believe my luck. Me, one of the 300. It was incredible. It came in a big wooden crate, all spray painted, all rustically. It was pretty cool. Everything about it oozed style. I made an unboxing video. The specs were mind-blowing. I booted it up, and I loaded up the SteamOS, and it was a cool boot-up screen. It was like, well, everyone knew it would be Linux running the Steam Big Picture mode. It worked really well. They even gave me a bunch of great games for free to try out, like all the Half-Life games, side-scrolling indie platformer that wants you to know it's indeed a work of art, indie jumping side-scrolling art game, artistic indie game side-scroller full of emotion and who cares if it's fun or even remotely enjoyable, and of course Bubba and Sticks. The list of games compatible with the Linux platform was a little limited, but there were still some good selections. I'm a big Crusader Kings 2 fan. I used to take pills for it when I was a kid, but not anymore, and that was fully Linux supported. I was having a great time teaching my royal children how to hate and having incestuous flings with my nieces and then murdering them. And the Steam controller, which, you know, while being very sensitive in the touchpads region, and being somewhat flimsy as a prototype, handled the pacing of CK2 very well. The pacing, by the way, is approximately the same as a glacier carving a canyon into a planet made entirely of chilled maple syrup. Speaking of the controller, I tried. I really, really did. I said, I've been using D-pads and buttons or whatever for 30 years, and I'm not going to be closed-minded about this. I'm really going to try a lot. I'm going to get acclimated and embrace it, no matter how long it takes. I'm going to get good with this thing. So I decided to learn on Rogue Legacy until I was good with the Steam controller. It didn't go great. I tried for 3 days, man. Three days to kill that fucking eyeball dad, and I just died and died and died. Eyeball dad laughed at me, walked all over my corpse day after day after day. And no matter how I adjusted, I just longed for a nice tactile, tangible D-pad. I could tell there was potential for cool uses with the controller, but as the main method of controlling my little nightman, it just sucked. I know Valve has since changed the controller, and I'm telling you from experience, the changes they made are obviously less daring, but necessary, and I'm glad it happened. I had big plans for the Steam machine. Ooh, Warframe, I said to myself. I like Warframe. I'll make a side-by-side comparison video showing the frame rates and then the graphics, and put it on my ultra-popular YouTube channel. People will like that. And then, upon booting up my system, realizing and remembering that I needed all the programs I use for video capture and editing, but I need them for Linux too. And I realized I had absolutely zero clue how to use Linux. That I was a grandpa number one when it came to it. I was completely ignorant of the platform. I googled how to Linux video capture please Google, and try as I might, it didn't help a whole lot. I just was too inept to use Linux the way I wanted. I was stuck with a platform I was uncomfortable with, and I just went back to Steam Big Picture mode and tried to enjoy my games. And I tried. I love Dota 2. I was a fanatic at the time, especially as this highlights here. And Dota worked with the SteamOS, so I played a lot of Dota that way. I used it with my mouse and keyboard. I tried it with the controller a couple times, but I mean, come on, really. As I sat there playing, though, I realized that this was the same. This was the same as playing in Windows, except, you know, with my mouse and my keyboard, only with less. I can't Alt-Tab and talk to my friends. I can't quickly pop open a calculator to see how many millions of dollars this video is going to make me. I can't capture and edit this gameplay. I can't masturbate conveniently between games. Why am I playing Dota on this platform? What's the advantage? And I guess that's what it comes down to for many regarding the Steam machine. What's the advantage? The games supposedly run faster out of Linux, but I have no basis of comparison, really, because I'm using a machine more powerful than any I've ever used before. And it talks to me at night in the darkness. Maybe it's the in-home streaming, using a powerful box to play all our favorite Steam games in other rooms in our house, going to the living room, having a full PC gaming experience with a weird controller without having to transport the box itself. Sure, that's cool, I like that idea, but I haven't left my room since Bill Clinton was president. I don't need that. Maybe I'm just the wrong demographic for this thing. As for the Steam machine itself, well, I started seeing on the forums that one could easily put a hard drive in their Steam box installed with Windows and use it just like a Windows PC. My temples began to sweat, and I glanced nervously at the Steam machine, already knowing, deep inside, that its fate was sealed. It blinked innocently back at me, asking me, "Is this what you will do? After the gift has been given, you will just turn me from prototype alien technology into a Hewlett-Packard?" I can't let you do that, Dave. I can feel it. And long story short, I now sit here speaking to you, recording on my Steam machine in Windows, which I made into an ordinary PC with a hard drive in it that has SteamOS on it that I haven't tried in months. Maybe I'm set in my ways, maybe I'm too dumb to learn, but Valve sent me an incredible gift, and now I'm addicted to Hearthstone on it, and I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry, Gabe. I'm sorry, Valve, and I'm sorry to everyone who could have done more with this machine had they been chosen. I thought that this kind of honest experience might be my way of giving back. You know, how I make the investment in me a little more worth it. Because I am a lifelong gamer, and this is my genuine experience and my genuine reaction. I applaud the machine, and I applaud what it's trying to do, and I'm just sorry that I couldn't figure out how to embrace it. Thank you.